What's up, world? I ain't doing much. I'm just at work. But I just want to talk about a few things, and I'm gonna get off of this live. I'm gonna make it probably like short and sweet if I can. Maybe like a 30-minute live. So I don't know why, but I see a lot of interesting and logical things at my job to where I'd be like, bro, common sense to tell you like, don't do that. So, and I'm not gonna lie, it's the only job I know for a fact that make me want to hide out away from people. I don't know what it is. Even when I worked at LAX, that was a job that I couldn't stand, but it was only because it was literally black hierarchies. That was at the job I was at, abusing their authority. So that's what made me didn't like that job. This job, it's just people in period. They're not using their brains. I think people's brains are fried. So how common is this, right? So I'm sitting in my vehicle, and I'm getting myself prepped because I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna have to start work again, right? I'm gonna have to walk around and put on a smile, even though sometimes I don't even like to smile, which I need to start doing more because I do got a nice smile. So I'm just like, you know what, fuck it. Let me sit here and watch these. I want to say. Well, it wasn't really. It was just like a couple. I'm like, let me watch this couple, see what they finna do. So common sense would tell you if a door is locked, it's closed, right? I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna even say nothing. I'm gonna just sit there and just watch them do the dumb shit because it's like common sense will tell you, hey, that door is closed, it's locked, so that means it's closed, right? Even I know that. But this is how uncommon things are for the human being mind. They're not even using their brains no more. It's a couple. First of all, let me not even say couple because the dude looked like he was like a dude that was just it just looked like he was dealing with somebody that he was on a date with. If you know what I mean by date, then you know. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not looking at the couple like that. I'm just like, why are they trying to get into this building when the door's closed? Common sense will tell you, hey, it's closed. They literally sitting up there looking at the door, tapping at the door, trying to get in the door, and I'm like, if they keep doing this, I'm gonna have to get out my whip and I'm gonna have to tell them like, look, check this out. It's closed. Come back. Woo, woo, woo. That's what they told me to tell them. Man, they gonna start asking bus drivers like, hey, do you guys know about? So I'm like, you know what? I had enough. Right when I get out of my car, I get myself prepared because mind you, I came to work with Crocs on. Put my shoes on. I'm finna go let them know, hey, don't tap on, don't go to the door. It's locked at this time. They lock it early for a reason. Right when I do that, they get in their car and they drive off. I'm like, see, this is what I be talking about with people. Like, common sense would have told you the first time you're trying to get in the office or the door, it's locked. And they was just sitting up there like real idiots trying to get into a door that was locked. I'm like, bro, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. People not using their brains no more. And it's scary because I'm like, I'm a human being. Even when I see a door that's closed, okay, maybe it's not closed. Maybe it's locked. Maybe it's locked and it's time to, just go ahead and get in my car and leave. I'll be disappointed too, but I'm like, they really was sitting up there for 5 minutes trying to like look in the window. Mind you, the tint on the doors is dark, so you can't see in. And I'm just sitting like, are you serious? Like this is what we doing now. This is the era that we in. People not even using their brains. I'm like, this shit don't make sense to me. You can't make it up. I'm like, bro. And then y'all be thinking like security guards just got it easy. No, we have to deal with unsmart people every day. Like real idiots sometimes. And you be like, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, I just be like, this job, it really like make me value, excuse me. It makes me realize that I have a valuable source, which is my brain. And that I should use it. Because a lot of people aren't using their brains. And I'm like, bro, are you serious? Like, we living in the world 2026 and people not even using their brains. Like, I'm like, this is some scary shit. Scary shit. What's happening? Annabelle Garcia. What's this, bro? Oh, this is the people that was on here. I'm just on here, like I said. I'm on here talking about work, cause usually most people don't talk about work. But I was saying, whoever just watched my live, whoever's watching this live, they know exactly what I'm talking about. My work, So, enough about that. I wanted to talk about this situation where I don't know who the woman was, but she said in order to date her, you gotta have 50K, and then you got that other Jezebel rapper saying you need at least 100K to date her, and I'm like, what is wrong? What's wrong with the dating world right now? Cause they going through it. The one that was talking about 100K, she likes bodily fluids on her, and I'm like, you think a man gonna come talk to you or pay you to be with him for 100K? You really, you done lost it. Something wrong with it. Something wrong with him. I can't make this up. Hello. Hi to everybody that's in here watching my live. I'm just talking about certain topics in the world. I was talking about work just a moment ago, but mind you, hey, my job ain't that interesting. I don't have a action job. I have a job where I go to work, do my job, and go home. Because I don't like paperwork. Some of y'all may like paperwork. I don't. I can't stand paperwork. Only time I want to write on paper is when I have an idea, or I want to write down how I'm feeling, what I think about certain things, or I even have times where I want to do poetry. No, I'm not a rapper, but they say the best writers come up with the best poetry. So, I have my times with that too. But I'm sitting back, looking at how certain things in the world is not making sense to me no more. And I'm just like, bro, this is the world we live in. Kamari, is it Cameron? Cameron Stanton, hello. So I literally be like, not dumbfounded, I just be like lost for words and and stuff. Cause I be like, bro, if this is how the year started, I can only imagine what the summertime's gonna be. And a lot of y'all don't know this about me out here where I'm at. I'm in California. It gets hot out here. So I'm trying to hurry up and find me something better to where I'm not even working at this job no more. Like, I always wonder, what's a job that black people could work where they could be not be themselves, but besides security, like I don't notice. I have not ever noticed a job. Like, it's the only I kind of look at this YouTube live thing as a job. So my phrase, or my catchphrase I'm finna do is gonna be alive a day and change your life in this season. Like, that's where I'm going with it. Alive a day. I might do alive a day, but my off days I'm not gonna do alive. My off days I'm gonna my family. So maybe one day, that help me get my subscribers up. I might show y'all my kids. I might show y'all my person. But hey, if you're not watching, you don't like my content, hey, guess what? There's the door. There's the door. I'm not interested to watch right now, but I will be very soon. Yeah, back to what I was saying though. That 100K and 50K situation, bro. Ain't nobody, like, I just watched certain videos on YouTube not too long ago that was telling me that men not even going to clubs. The liquor business then lost like $4 billion. So we might not even have vodka and all that no more. Like, but I don't know how. And I was just in the grocery store last night watching some young dudes that had to be like they're in their early 20s, not late 20s, but their early 20s, And they was in the liquor aisle looking for some liquor, so I don't know. I mean, me myself, I'm a casual wine drinker. Me and my lady, of course, but I just be sitting back like, you know how when you be like, that don't sound right. You be like, huh? Like you would just, it just don't sound right. Cause I see a lot of people go to the gas station. Cause where I'm at, certain gas stations they sell, they got their liquor license, so they sell liquor, which is crazy because most gas stations they sell just gas, maybe beer, but even that gotta have a liquor license. So I'm like, how people not drinking liquor no more? That's where I'm from. That's what people do sometimes. Go to the store, get their swishers, or should I say, go get they stuff for their medical leaf, or their medical happiness, and then they go get them something to drink with it. So I don't know. It just the world just got me lost sometimes. That's why I try not to even focus on none of this stuff too much, but it's in your face once you open that page and you get on that page, it's in your face. Like, I can tell you something very interesting though. Car content is way more interesting than what's going on in the world and the drama, because I be like, bro, like, this what y'all like, this what y'all want. My life, and that's another thing. My life is only boring because I choose it to be boring, My life used to be so full of chaos and action and all the stuff that you would want to dream to see. I don't feel good knowing that my life was like that. That's why I changed my life. And a lot of people may not know this about me, but at one point I had a rage of like 10,000 bulls. Like, if not 10,000, you could say 10 bulls. Like, and I'm like 5'6", so I used to be very mad growing up. And, that's what they say when you change your circumstances, you change your mental and your mindset, things change. And things have changed. It's just, I be wanting to change a little bit faster, because sometimes I be like, man, why do I have to keep learning this lesson or go through this lesson? I just be over learning lessons at this point in my life. But if you're not learning, then you're not growing. So I have no problem with learning, but I just be mainly just want support on my page. But I notice once you start posting chaotic stuff, people start running towards chaos. And it's crazy because we live in a world where people will think certain things is not happening. It could be happening right there, and they could be involved without knowing it. And then when stuff happen, they don't, they become a victim of casualties because they so used to thinking alive is, it's like you're alive, but then the world is still going on around you. So if you walk down the street on live, if you claim me out, you walking down the street on live, and somebody decided to open the gate and a big ass dog chase you, are you gonna stand there and be like, is this really happening, or are you gonna run? Because I know I'm gonna run. On live, no, I'm gonna run. You probably won't see my face. I probably been, probably drop my phone and get up out of there, or if not drop my phone, put it in my pocket and get up out of there, Like, we not using our brains as human beings, and that's sad. It's very sad. I'd be like, who's raising people? Because I teach my family, we all was taught to think before we react, but also, assess the situation before you step into it, because it can get real quick. So, but this day and age, people don't even, they're not thinking, they're just reacting. And that used to be my number one thing back in the day. I would react, then think later. I'd be like, man, I should have did that. And then, so I kind of was part of the problem too at one point, because I would react and don't think. And when you react and don't think, that's when you get the results that you don't want. For real. And I used to run away from my problems a lot back when I was younger, because I felt like I didn't have a comfort zone. Now I got a comfort zone. I'm a little too comfortable. When I say comfortable zone, I'm talking about my man cave, just my car. Like, those are comfort zones. Just be yourself and just, talk. Well, write down how you feel, affirmation wise, you know? Go,